Hello, it's Kev here. Video time again. First things first, fair use, non-profit teaching. You can read that later if you can be asked. Now, in association with my group on Telegram, IELTS Pro, as you may or may not know, what we're doing now, because we did the complete Cambridge series from 18, 17, 16 all the way down, and we've done all the previous task 1 and task 2. What we're doing now, we're looking at recent reported essay topics. Now, there's lots of websites where candidates go take the IELTS test and they come out and they report what the topic was that they had to write about. So we're taking these, and as I say, we're looking at a couple of different sites, and we're getting these questions, and we're writing a sample essay showing you how to paraphrase, especially the introductions. So I've got my complete sample here, and how to paraphrase your introduction, how that works, because this is something that lots of people ask about, how to do that. And then we've got 5 to examine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie doke. So the question is, nowadays there's more and more competition for getting into university. Is this a positive or negative development? So you can change it to more and more, increasing the numbers of getting into university becomes attend. The thesis, in my essay, I say, well, in my view, despite the obvious benefits of higher education, this can definitely have a negative impact on the mental health of students. So I say, higher education is good, but I think it's a negative development. So, introduction, as increasing numbers of people seek to attend university, competition for admission is high. In my view, etc., etc. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Now, let's have a quick look at mine. So that's the introduction there. So, you can read this. I won't read it out for you. Can't be asked. You can read it. So, here I just talk about, why people go, why young people want to go to university, because it's, as I say, vital first step. Places are limited, only the best and brightest. Because of this, many parents put their children under pressure. Now, what's the consequence of this pressure? Well, despite most parents having only good intentions, the consequences could be serious. Not everyone is academically minded, and to get into particular universities can cause depression, anxiety, which is certainly true. I mean, I use this recent example here. In anybody who knows anything about China and how it works will agree that this is true. It's family expectations. Good grades, good uni, good job. If you don't get them, then, you're a failure. You've let your parents down. So obviously, this can put people under lots of pressure. In conclusion then, while going to uni is good, but if you're not careful, it's a negative development because of this pressure. So there we go. Now let's have a quick look at some members' paragraphs. Okay, now I posted in the group a link to a couple of well-known teachers' sites where they say sentences or phrases to avoid, and this is definitely one of them. In this contemporary era, what does that mean? You mean today? So you don't really need that. Numerous people are striving to enroll. Okay, leads to heavy pressure on the young. What, on the younger generation, is it? I opine. You mean, I think that due to that. So now, This is kind of very common with people trying to paraphrase introductions. They seem to think that they have to change every word and they have to make it more complicated somehow, but you don't need to do so. You can just keep it nice and simple. As long as it encapsulates the main idea, that's perfectly fine. An increasing number of people seek to attend. Competition for admission is high. Don't need anything else. In recent years, there's a huge competition between people who want to attend tertiary higher education. Now, is it willing, which is not the same as wanting? Okay, but not too bad. Right. And then you've got this one. Surpassing to enter the universities continues to proliferate. What does that even mean? In my view, advantageous. Okay, so sentence 2 is good, but this examiner's not going to be very happy with that. He's going to say, well, what does that mean? I mean, for one, it's not even correct. Surpassing. What is surpassing? You need someone or something to be surpassing. Proliferate. So no. Getting into university, one of the challenges that students are dealing with now. So why do we have this separate clause? Is that subordinate clause? So why not just say getting into university, which is one of the challenges that students are dealing with, has become a competitive situation. Do our best to reach gold opportunity. So what exactly? What do you mean? You mean gold? You mean so it's a golden opportunity? So it's a noun. It's a noun, a phrase. But how can you reach a golden opportunity? So again, some vocab there. And now adding to right. This is not necessarily the same. A rivalry, usually between, say, like if you are a fan of football, right? Manchester City, Manchester United, there's a rivalry. Yeah, Leeds and Manchester, they are rivals in football. Just to give an example, that's not the same as competition. Who intend to enter university aspects play a benefit. So how can it play a trend? Okay, so not too bad, but you need to be careful how you paraphrase. Right? If you're not 100% sure of a word that you want to use for a synonym, don't use it. If you're not 100% sure, don't use it. Use words that you do know work and fit in that context. Okay, so I'll just put mine on the screen here, and you can pause this and you can read it a bit later on. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to search for another new topic. I'll do that in a second. I'll post that. So links to the group below, and if you need anything else, you can contact me directly. Okay, hope that helps. See you next time.